Beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of NKA, only on AfiaTV, on DSTV channel 254, Go TV channel 17, and Free TV channel 748. My name is Chinalurumogu Eze, your host tonight. I told you all the other day that I'm an optimist, sometimes though, and I like to think that the rest of the week would be great, would be perfect. Bad news got nothing on us. Bad anything doesn't have anything on us because we are sons and daughters of the Most High God. Okay, so tonight's conversation is something different. We always have poets, we always have singers, authors, you name it, on NKA. Tonight, we're doing something different. We're going a quick break, and when we come back, you find out. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to NKA. My name is Chinalurumogu Eze. And like I said, tonight's conversation is different because trust me, I also do not know about what the job description of this person is, but it sounds fancy. So it's going to be a lot of learning process for us, you and I, tonight, especially for people interested in tech. I remember one time, a lot of times, I wanted to be a techie, but life happened. But probably our guest tonight would put me under his web, and I will be a techie. Who knows? So this person is someone who has been doing a lot of things when it comes to tech. He's passionate about improving the Nigerian and African tech ecosystem. You know, everything tech, right? This is no other person than the developer relations engineer at High Partners, Joshua Nwankwo. Hi, Joshua.
Hi everyone.
Hi, welcome to NKA.
Thank you.
It's your first time. How do you feel?
Yes, first time here, but it feels pretty good. And
Pretty good. You're not nervous.
Nah, I'm used to cameras.
You were used to cameras. I like it. What do you do with cameras that you're so used to them?
So, like you mentioned, I'm a developer relation engineer. Some people call it developer advocacy. So basically, different ways. There are different ways of like promoting technologies that you're interested in. So you could be writing technical articles about them. You could also be making videos. So I'm used to like making technical videos for some of the people that I work with.
So let me get this. Your job description involves making videos.
Involves not just that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you make videos, what are these videos about?
Ranges from, introductory videos to hands-on videos where you get to like build out stuff and then show other developers how to build, things.
Build stuff. What are people building?
It's a lot, right? But at the main time, I'm focused in the blockchain ecosystem. So I get to like build technologies around the blockchain, basically, writing smart contracts, building out front end to interact with those smart contracts.
You see, I started looking like, okay, because this is, when I was still in the university and this whole conversation around learn Web3, learn blockchain or whatever, your life will change forever. I have tried, but it just didn't agree. So I think we want to start from the scratch because it's not just about me. Everybody watching us tonight, we all want to understand what is blockchain. What exactly does it mean? Is it related to Web3? Are they brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
So take it away. Tell us.
Okay, I'll try to make it snappy because it's always
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a
wow. Okay.
But yeah, so we had the first generation of the internet, which is when we had like governments only controlled media, so people could only read news on very special platforms. And then, there's also a lot of things that happened within that period. But then, this like a very typical example anyone will understand. Then we had like the second generation of the internet, where we could not just read, but we could also write. That's where we have like the likes of Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
So yeah, people are not able to just
We're creating apps and stuff.
Creators,
okay.
Yeah. So, but now the challenge we have with both the Web 1 and Web 2.
So which one is Web 1? The government people's own?
Yeah, the first generation of the internet.
Okay, Web
right?
2 is the Facebook era.
Yes, where people are able to like
I'm understanding this one. Okay.
Yeah. So the challenge with that is that people put out a lot of information out there. Like for example, now your Instagram account or your Facebook account, even your Twitter account, someone can one day, for whatever reason, wake up, someone who has access to your record in the DB can one day decide to delete your DB record, and you don't have access to your
DB
account.
is database?
Yeah.
Techie. I'm a techie. Okay, continue.
So, but yeah, like these people have access to, the servers that host your information, and
Okay.
even if they don't have bad intention to delete your data, something can happen, right? And those data gets wiped, and you lose access to your accounts. Everything you've been building for years, like your online profile, get wiped out, right? And Web3 is the generation of the internet we're currently moving into. I would say we are in, like most advanced countries already, like adopting it very well.
Okay.
This gives power to literally everyone who is participating. So ideally, what we have like in the Web2 internet is we have like a server hosted in a particular location, and this serves information to different people around the world, right? But in the Web3, the same information in one server is split across, like a copy of it is split across different servers all around the world. And for you to make changes on any of those servers, like at least 50% of the people running that particular network, they are called node, come to an agreement, which is called consensus, right? So once they come to an agreement that this information can be updated, that is the only time it can be updated. So imagine someone trying to modify your record, right, on the blockchain. They have to go through the stress of communicating to at least 50% of the people running that particular network, which is nearly impossible, right? So it makes the data immutable, and it also makes it transparent. So blockchain also promotes transparency, which means the records are publicly verifiable. So things happen, and you can basically go there to see.
Wait.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
So let me get this.
Yeah.
So this information in the database.
Yeah.
So let's take, for instance, me, where like my information online, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, let's take Instagram, for example.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it has to do with our information on social media platforms.
Not just social media platform, only using that as an example.
Okay.
Literally any online service you're currently using, have your data stored somewhere. They call a server. And that server is at just one location, right?
Okay.
So most people use AWS, their cloud services, or Google Cloud Services, right? But what happens if Google data center, something happens and it's on fire? What happens to your data?
To your data.
Yeah, so the idea for one of the ideas, not just because I was going to use the financial industry as an example, but a lot of people use it. But I think I should still use the data. But before then, the Web3 makes it possible that information you have in one server is also available in different places. So if something happens to one, you still have access to them.
Okay.
And yeah, another example is using the financial industry. So currently, if you want to move money to the US or a different part of the world, you're going to have to pay a huge amount of fee, and it also takes days for the other person to receive the money. Blockchain technology, you're able to send value, which is essentially money in this context.
Crypto?
Yes, send crypto.
So crypto is blockchain?
Yeah, crypto is a part of, it's not like a part of blockchain, it's what powers blockchain.
Okay,
Yeah.
Crypto powers blockchain.
Cryptocurrency. Yeah, called cryptocurrencies. Yeah.
It's like I'm understanding. It's like I'm getting it gradually. So you also mentioned that Web3 makes it possible that if someone wants to have access to my data, they have to go through a long process that is impossible. You said something like that.
Not access per se, but if they want to modify your data.
Oh, modify my
Yes,
data.
yes,
Uncle
yes.
Gabana Hive, they want to modify my data. Okay, that makes sense. I think I'm getting the idea.
But it also poses a risk of, some people don't want their financial record to be publicly visible to everyone.
And who wants my 5 naira every day? Okay, why I go want it today visible?
Yeah, that's just like every new technology, there's always going to be a flaw until someone finds a way to, fix that. So currently, it's open, it's transparent. So any interaction you're doing on the blockchain with a particular wallet address, which is your identity, is visible to everyone on the internet that has access to the blockchain.
Okay, okay. Adjust my glasses. I'm getting the gist there. So let's go back to what you do. Developer relations engineer at Hype Partners. And you said one of the things you do is to make videos. We can call you a content creator.
Yes,
Because
I create technical content, actually.
Content creator. And not just that, I see your TikTok doings. I see your TikTok doings. You are a full-blown content creator.
No.
Well done.
That's a whole different person on TikTok.
We go shop until we post the video for you. You go see.
I just pray like serious people don't find my TikTok. Like it's just a different person there. Like, I'm just having fun.
But I think it's cool.
Yeah,
they know you just have to you and they should deal with it.
I mean, they have to.
They have to.
Yeah,
So if you're not making videos when you're not making technical videos for high partners, what else are you doing?
I'm building stuff. I'm learning about like interesting technology. So blockchain is quite vast. There are a lot of new technologies under blockchain that spring out almost every day. So my job also requires me to like stay on the edge, learn about these new stuff, right? And then build stuff around them. So when I'm not like creating technical content, I'm building. Then also, apart from that, I'm a consultant, so I help companies figure out different strategies on how to acquire and retain developers, right? So when I'm not like doing hands-on software engineering, I'm also drafting out strategies on how to acquire new developers into your ecosystem. So let's say you have a product, you want developers, like software engineers, to use your products to build their own softwares too. You mostly going to notice that it's very difficult to get developers' attention, right? So I help companies, different Web3 and Web2 companies, draft out strategies on how they can first, get these developers' attention, and also how to retain them. Because if you're not able to, retain them over time, they move on to the next thing, and it's not good for your business. So.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of techie stuff going on right there.
Yeah. The whole strategy can involve, hosting workshop. Revamping
Twitter Spaces?
Yeah, Twitter Spaces can be considered workshop, but most of the times I consider like workshop where people are able like to build stuff, like a proper workshop for developers.
Okay. Proper workshop. I don't know why I was thinking Twitter Spaces.
Well, it's one of them. Yeah.
Right. This is, like I said, there's a lot of techie stuff going on right here.
Yeah.
So would you say, no, you cannot say, because I will tell you, tech changed your life, right? Tech changed your life.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
How did you do
God changed my life through tech.
Okay, no problem. God changed your life through tech.
Yeah.
How did you do it? But first of all, before you answer how did you do it, because you're going to spill your guts tonight, right?
Right.
But have you always wanted to do tech? Like, how did it start? Somebody told you, and when you enter tech, you'll be earning $1 million every month. Because that's what they keep telling me. Everybody says this thing to me. Nalu, start tech. You money. On Twitter, everywhere, everybody keeps saying it. I don't even know if they're telling the truth or not. They're probably speaking the truth, but...
Yeah, it's always like...
But if it's difficult for me to understand what, let's not talk about me. So how did it start for you? Did you always want to be a techie? Did you just wanted to, I want blow, I want to have soft life. So how did it start for you, and when did it start?
So as far back as I can remember, I've always been fascinated by, technology.
Computers?
So, computers, gadgets and stuff. So I remember, playing around with my mom's, Nokia Touch back in the days. So I wish
Joshua, that's your number on a phone.
Exactly. We used to have like those code where you die on Nokia Touch, it changes the screen. Yeah. So we used to
in tech,
we used to do that from back when we were like very, very little. So I was always fascinated, and then also growing up, I saw a lot of sci-fi movies, and I just wanted to be that hacker in those movies. Like I didn't know what it was going to take. So as random as it sounds, I started like doing research on how to become a hacker, right? That was...
Are you serious?
Yeah, I didn't know what it meant to be a hacker, but I know those guys on the movie, they look
cool and hot in doing that.
Hackers, so I just wanted to learn what they do, and moved away from that a little bit because of school and stuff. Not like university. My mom is a teacher, so you always have to like be studying at home and all that.
My mom was a teacher too.
Yeah, she's still a teacher.
Mine is still.
Nice. So secondary school, my junior secondary, I picked up the interest again like heavily. So my senior secondary school, I went to school. Most people don't believe that I actually went to Government Technical College here.
Why do people not believe that you went to GCC?
They believe like most people who went to GCC, end up in a certain way. So
we are not gonna say that on national television, but I can say, can I be sincere with you? Actually, you do not look like.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah, but why I was in GCC, because GCC operate like a polytechnic or university, so like the from SS1
That's
to
why it's got
SS3.
technical in it.
Exactly. So you have to choose like a department of your interest. There's like computer craft studies. There's BBC, people who learn bricklaying and stuff. There's piping and plumbing, like electrical electronics. There's a lot of interesting like things you can learn. So I studied computer craft studies, and that was when I started playing around with computers heavily, like doing all sort of things, MS Word, CorelDRAW, like started like doing a whole lot of stuff. And before you know it, I had a group of friends. We, reached out to someone who, is a programmer. We paid him to teach us. So after school hours, we'll stay back. He would come around and, teach us. As of that time, started writing like QBasic, So from there, we built. You
were learning to be a developer?
Yes, yeah.
To develop what?
I don't know what I wanted to develop. I think I just wanted like to write code and use. So
what is writing code? We want to know what that entails. When you write code, what does that mean?
It's just simply giving like computer a set of instruction on what to do. So you're essentially telling computer, hey, I want you to make this page look white. I want you to make this section look blue. I want when someone clicks on this button, do X, Y, Z on it. So you're basically just giving a computer a set of instructions. So that's essentially what writing code means.
Okay. Yeah. Continue your story.
Oh, okay.
You were creative. We're creating what you don't know, but you wanted to learn.
It was just like super interesting because at that time we started like building more like stuff. For example, we started building like calculator using Visual Studio, right? Visual Studio. We built like a calculator. I remember like walking home from school that period and feeling like none of this is for my level. It felt really good, like honestly, it felt really good, like knowing that I was able to do something that cool. And after secondary school, like I took a gap year or two year
to focus on tech.
Yeah, to learn. So luckily or fortunately, I also like got an internship after high school at Genesis Tech Hub.
Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis
Tech Hub,
yeah.
Genesis.
So yeah, I did proper internship on front-end development where I got to learn JavaScript properly, learn HTML, CSS the right way, and also.
Let me tell you something. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
HTML means hypertext markup language.
Yeah.
Women in tech. Oh, Jesus. Can I tell you something else?
Yeah.
HTTP means hypertext transfer protocol.
That's great.
Guys!
That's great.
Now me, who myself from this tech thing. I Afia. Continue, please.
That's absolutely great. So yeah, that was where I learned like software engineering proper. Not just the engineering aspect of it, but also like people's skills, how to work with people, team collaboration, communication, and the rest of it. And after which I had to go back to school. But yeah, at that point I was already working, dabbling into like different projects, just trying to find my feet, and that was the point I, got introduced to blockchain through a friend. And I worked with the research and development lab after Genesis. So one of their research and development labs called Skudu Lab.
Here in Enugu?
Yeah, here in Enugu. Yeah. So played around AI, machine learning, like virtual reality. We just like build stuff around emerging.
Basic.
Yeah. Like emerging tech.
And then one of us.
Yeah, someone mentioned blockchain technology then, and picked it up, started learning about it, and yeah, pretty much.
It's been interesting.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride, but.
Get a big school.
University. Yeah, it's Enugu State.
Are you sure you were attending classes? Because all the things you're talking, it seems like
don't do that.
You look like you were so engrossed and focused on really hitting it in this tech thing. So I don't know.
Well, because we're on TV, I would say yes. I went to.
Oh, because we're on TV. We'll make sure your lecturers don't
take
see
school very serious. Yeah, you have to take school serious. Yeah, I went to classes. Until proven wrong.
Okay, no problem. So that's how it all started for you, and
I mean, the story is a lot more to it, but just like
that's basically how it started for you. Yeah. And you mentioned something about you guys didn't even know what you were creating, but the idea that you were doing something, sending codes to computer and whatever, it was invigorating. And also when you started noticing. Understanding the concept of tech, did you have a particular one you wanted to go in? Because I understand you guys have cybersecurity, software developer, blah, 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 blah. So did you have, when you started understanding them, did you want to focus on one, or were you trying to, I want to master all of them?
Okay, so I started with front end. development basically. And
what is front-end development?
So a typical application that you use or a website that you visit, whatever you see with your bare eyes and whatever you're able to interact with, they are called UI components, right? So a front-end engineer is responsible for, creating what you see and interact with. Why a back-end engineer is responsible for, organizing your records. So when you, for example, forget your password, your login password for Instagram or social media you use, and they tell you to, okay, enter your email. What happens is that you enter the email you registered. So the backend guy does some check to see if this email exists. If it exists, then it sends like a recovery link to that email. So they basically manage your record and send it back to you when you need. Also, apart from that, they also store the whole data that a particular site or web application uses. They store it, organize it in a way that if you actually need this anytime, a front-end guy can query it and display it back to the front end.
They probably have a system in place to handle this, because I know how many times I used to forget my password.
Yeah, I mean, it's automated.
Thank you, Mom, because I know how many times I forget my password. And thinking about it now, you're saying somebody, the back end guy.
No, it's very much automated. Like, they just have to write the code, test it, and be sure it's working. So whenever someone tries it, the code. Remember, I told you like coding is basically giving computer set of instructions.
Set of instructions. I'll put that down as well. Let me write it down. You're teaching us. This is a class. This is a class. So you started off as front-end developer, and then moved from that to what?
To what I'm currently doing, which is
developer relations engineer.
Yeah, and I get like the question why a lot. So
which one pays more, sorry? Which one pays more?
All of them pays, right? It just depends on
passion.
your. No. It depends on your proficiency level and also the company that you work with. You get. So it depends on how good you are and also the company that you work with. They are like the two major factors that determine how much you get paid.
Yeah. I see. So if you want to advise someone who's trying to go into tech and they're unsure of what aspect of tech they want to go into, what would be your advice? What would you tell them to try out first?
Interest.
By the way, the person is me, so yeah, advise me.
All right, sir. So interest is very, very important, right? I usually tell people, and I think this will even answer my question more on just to do front end, even before moving into Devrel engineering, right? So you have to be very, very, it sounds very cliche, but you have to like be passionate about something, right? And how do you even discover what you're passionate about? Is interest. So what I usually do is that I send people like resources on, what is tech, the basic foundation, videos that explain the difference between front end, back end, product design, and the rest of them. So at the time of watching those videos, you just have to do one thing. Just look for any of those things that sounds fascinating to you. Like which of them sounds interesting. You don't have to worry about if it's difficult, if it pays or not. Just any of them that piques your interest, right?
The money.
And then, yeah, I mean, money is always going to come, whichever one you pick, right? You just have to. And the reason why it's very important that you pick something that sounds fascinating to you, sounds interesting, is this. Tech is very difficult. It's challenging, but it's doable, right? It's get difficult to the point where you even question your career choices, right? Because you are doing something I like to term it's special. I'm not going to lie, right?
Okay. Yeah, it's difficult and special.
Yes. So you have to, if you don't have passion for it, when it gets to that block, when it gets to that bridge where you are spending so much time trying to learn something, but it feels like your brain is not working, like you're unable to pick it. Yeah. It happens to everyone, right? You're going to give it so much time, so much attention, so much dedication, but you're still going to feel dumb the more you watch those videos, right?
Very dumb.
But what happens when you get to that stage is your passion is what keeps you going. I know it sounds very random, but this is just the truth. I've tried it myself. I've also experimented with a lot of people on it. So if you're really interested in that stuff, when you get to that stage, you find yourself, for some reasons, you find reason to keep on trying again and again. And when you get past that stage, that is when you start seeing results. Not monetary results at this point. It could be monetary results, but you start seeing results with regards to to build out stuff. You're able to design stuff and it looks good. You can compare to other people's work and see that, you're progressing, right? So, but if you don't have interest in it, what happens most of the times is people just drop at that point. They're like, this is not for me, right? Okay. So it's very important if you're trying to get into tech, do your basic research on
and find the one that sounds interesting.
Yes,
and also look for the one with big money.
Yeah, I mean, money can be a very.
You didn't say that, but I'm adding that because it's very important.
Yeah, money is a very.
Joshua has said quite a lot already, and I hope he has been able to convince us and not to confuse us to try tech and be earning in dollars, right? Yes.
See, like, I just have to say this. Tech is just to me, not just to me, right? Tech is like every other industry. And what do I mean by that is, for you to become a professional at any field, you have to give it years, right?
Try.
So yes, if you see, bankers do make a lot of money too, but it takes.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Cashiers at a bank? I don't think so.
I don't know about cashiers, but I mean like actual finance guys.
Okay.
Exactly. So they make a lot of money. You know, it takes a lot of time to get very good at something, right? So just like every other career path, I don't want to be that guy, but I always tell people this. If you want to get into tech because of the money, it's fine, but don't make it your priority. It's not what people want to hear, but it's.
Hey,
no, I know I'm saying this because a lot of times people get it because of the money, and first 1-2 years they are not even anything close to making their first $1 from tech, and they feel very depressed. Most of the times they give up. They just go and look for something else. But yeah, you know you want to make money from this thing, but your priority first is to just learn it. Because it's not just money that you get from it, right? It's a lot of things that come outside the money, right? So if you learn it, money comes. I'm just
fine.
the facts.
We hear this a lot, but I think there's an element of truth when everybody says that. And it's not just tech. When you have money as the forefront or the primary reason for doing anything, most of the time you may not get that result you're looking for immediately, and it can frustrate you and you just give up. But if you have another reason and it's what's fueling you to do that thing, it makes sense. Yeah, I feel like a motivational speaker right now. But that's that. We're going to quick break, and when we come back, we'll take the conversation a bit further with Joshua Nwankwo. Don't go anywhere.
All right.
Okay, my name is Chinalurumogu, and we're still here with Judy Codes. I had to switch to his, what do I call it? Your stage name?
My nickname.
Yeah. Nickname. Why did I call you Judy Codes? Or why did you call yourself Judy Codes?
A very interesting question. So I have like so many names. I know, yeah, it's weird. I have so many names. So
given to you by your father? Or you gave yourself?
The ones my parents, the one that I gave myself, the ones my friends gave me.
Okay,
and
so
also like
let us break it down. The name your parents gave you, Joshua Nwankwo Ugochukwu.
Yeah.
Okay. The name you gave yourself.
The one I gave myself is Judy. And Judy is an acronym of like my 4 favorite names. Yeah, okay. J is for Joshua. U is for Ugochukwu. D is for
Delilah. I don't know, it's possible.
You didn't even say Daniel or something.
It's Delilah now. They play.
Because of my hair.
I don't know. Okay.
No. I used to be well known on Twitter then as Dark Code. So yeah, I wanted to change my username. So I still like the name. I don't know why. So at the point I wanted to change, I was just looking for how to mix up the words. So I just put dark. The D stands for Dark Code. Yeah. So
the I
is Ikem, given to me by someone very special.
Eh?
No, not that type of someone very
not
special.
that type of special.
Yeah.
Special is special. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm not thinking anything. I'm just smiling at the thought of someone special. Yeah. So Judy, then you added codes to it to make it more techy.
I actually added code because Twitter didn't allow me. Someone already took Judy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just had like add
Judy
codes. So,
and now you're making a big. You're turning it into like a brand because people like Judy Codes.
That's what most people actually know.
I mean, I call you Judy Codes too.
Yeah. So everyone think my name is Jude or Judith.
Judith?
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
anyway, I'm not surprised. I mean, I called you Delilah right now, so it's possible, right? But what of your friends? What do they call you?
Yeah, Judy. Most of them call me Judy. Yeah, then close people who actually know my name call me Joshua.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Then at home they call me Ugo. That's my name.
Ugo. Yeah. Okay, so let's move away from all this tech stuff and talk about you. So when you're not, or maybe what other interests do you have besides tech? What are the other things that interest you?
Well, some people would would say I'm a boring person, but I don't think I am.
Okay.
Right?
By all means, tell us why you're not.
I don't think I am. But I just have like different interests in different things. I like the idea of business. I don't own one.
Exactly.
I don't own a profitable one now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't own a profitable one yet. So, but I like the idea of business. So I, read a lot about business. Buying and selling and stuff, right? And also I enjoy traveling a lot. So anytime I
When was the last place you traveled to?
Within or outside Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
All right, that was Thailand. Yeah. Yeah, that was Thailand. So I enjoy traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, I also enjoy cars. Like I'm fascinated about cars. So
yeah, you like driving fast too.
Yeah.
I can never forget. I buy a motor this person. Oh
yeah,
dear.
I love cars too. So I just like to drive around and.
You should have probably put in Fast and Furious.
I mean,
you're fascinated by it too, right?
I was a little boy when they were shooting, so maybe the next
one, you enter and show them how things are done. Don't be that thing with it before they yellow FIFA.
Yeah. So yeah, and I also really enjoy spending time with friends. Like I have very few people that I term friends, so I enjoy spending time with them, just being around them, having conversations.
Women or men?
Both. So, yeah, and I enjoy working out. Like I enjoy running and going to the gym. So yeah.
Well, you're not boring. I wouldn't classify that as boring. Except maybe your friends would want to say, "Oh yeah, I club. I like clubbing." Exactly, that probably makes it fun. That would probably make your life fun. Don't join the world to do evil.
No, my mom.
Be you.
My mom will flog me.
Thank you. My mommy will. Our mom is a flogger. Don't join them.
Oh, it's alright.
It's interesting. Do you also maybe watch movies? That is where I'll tell you are boring.
No.
That's weird.
Let me explain.
Explain.
I started watching recently, but my issue with movies is it's very difficult to take my head off or my brain off the fact that this was scripted and approved by a series of people.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
Any scene you're seeing was probably shot at least 3 times. And so it messes with my brain. So I don't feel like they are real. So I just watch. I'm trying to figure out the next plot. I'm trying to figure out where the camera guy is hiding and stuff like that. So
what?
Yeah. And when they start doing all those, it makes sense. But if you're telling me that one person with a pistol that can only hold about 8 bullets is able to fight 20 guys and win all of them, it does not make sense. It's not logical. It does not make sense. So I end up not enjoying watching movies. But recently I'm trying to start enjoying watching movies. But yeah, I'm not a movie person. I saw the recent movies, Sinners at the cinema. It was a total waste of time for me.
Oh, yeah. Ouch! I've not
people
seen
were hyping
Sinners.
it all over the place. I went to see the movie. I was like, what the heck? How?
But when you decide to watch movies, are there special genres that you like to watch?
I like to watch. I don't really movies. I love to watch documentaries about real life things that actually happened. That was documented. Yeah.
Do you watch romantic comedies?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I think I'm seeing one now. I don't know if they are under romantic. It's called Forever. It's quite.
The series on Netflix. You are watching it?
Yes, not too invested in it, but yeah.
Okay, well, you're not bad.
Yeah.
With that, I can say you are not bad. Because it seems...
I saw someone watching it and I like I think something about the cinematography of the movie. I just it makes a lot of sense. So
I've watched it.
For the aesthetic.
Should I spoil it for you? No, I will not.
I don't believe in
watch
spoilers,
your own.
to be honest.
You don't believe?
Yeah, I don't believe. What does it mean to spoil a movie? You're telling me what's going to happen. It either makes me more interested or makes me not even want to waste my time.
When someone spoils a film, for me, it means I can't watch it anymore because I already know what's going to happen. I want to be...
They're helping you.
If I'm going to be scared, let me be scared. If I'm going to be shocked, let me be shocked. Do not tell me what happened. That is film code 101.
Seen Forever, I would have spoiled it for you.
Oh, God. Remind me to avoid you anytime there's a new release.
So you don't have to.
Jeez. But that's fine. Actually, I'd say, personally, you're not boring. Anything they said about you, you're not a boring person. Yeah. I see you also have interest in speaking at events.
Yeah, I do speak at a lot of events.
A lot of events. Tell us about it. You come to talk about tech or aspire to acquire Maguire?
No.
What about aspire to Maguire that you don't like to do?
I think it's too much in the tech space now. I mean, people still need them, but I don't think every tech event should be about series of people coming to
Motivate you.
motivate and talk about how they got into tech. I think, especially in Nigeria, tech events should actually be proper, tech conferences. It should be mostly people coming to talk about like new technology they're working on, new software that they launched. It should be more of, inspiring people to build like actual stuff, and also, for time for people to discuss where they think, practically what they are building can come into like our environment. How does this solve like real life
problems?
How does this solve like the traffic issue? Will it ever solve the traffic issue, the light issues we're having? So those are the kind of conversations these days I look for. And also like I enjoy hands-on workshop where you are showing someone how to do a specific thing and they follow along and they do that exact same thing and they get the same result. Like for me, like it's what I'm more into right now. So I want to like show people more of how to do stuff and not just say it with my mouth. Yeah.
Okay, so when you're invited to speak at events, you are telling them how to do stuff.
Yeah, I used to tell, but now I want to start showing.
Oh, okay. So what exactly do you tell? What are examples of places you've gone to speak and things you had to speak about?
2 weeks
Blockchain
ago.
again?
Yes, blockchain, because I remember I told like I'm in the blockchain ecosystem. 2 weeks ago I was at they just concluded Enugu Tech Festival.
Oh yes, it was massive. I saw.
It was at the panel session on the.
You were at the panel?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
look at you, big guy.
Some bigger stages.
Stop it, you like it.
Okay. I mean, it always feels good, but honestly, I'm not trying like. But
It feels good.
Okay.
No, listen to the angle I'm coming from.
Okay.
Enugu Tech Festival hosted over 5,000 people at the events. You had the opportunity to be at the panel. What do you call that?
Okay.
It says a lot about how you are taking your craft.
Yeah.
That you're not small.
I don't think.
By the way. But of course, I know you were trying to be humble, to be like, stop it.
Yeah.
But we all do that. We all do that. But it's good. What about, I need to know before we wrap this up, what about, I don't know, maybe what you do now that just interests you so much? It doesn't have to be tech, but something about life, something you're doing now that just makes you keep striving for excellence and stuff.
Research, I would say. So, I mean, I've always been like a very curious person. Whenever I want to like learn something, I just do like a bunch of research around it. Recently I've been doing like more research on, things I'm interested in. And apart from work related, I made myself a bit more open to, hanging out with people, making friends, just going out and, being alive. And I think it's been very, very, awesome having people come over to the house, spend time. Like, started playing ball recently. Sorry.
Recently, you haven't always been someone that plays football.
No. I don't watch.
Maybe that's another reason why they say you're boring. That's another reason they say you're boring.
I also don't watch like football, like the.
Okay, yes, you're boring.
Yeah.
I don't watch football, but it's typically a guy thing. So if you do not, you are boring.
All right, so it's all right. I'm good at it.
Okay. That's cool, because I was gonna ask you try to stay abreast of what's happening, especially in this festival. Anytime you wake up, one other thing has landed, one new technology has started, and you just mentioned that you love research. So that's basically how you also stay abreast of.
And I also don't try to overwhelm myself with things that are not like in line with like my goal or things I'm trying to do. So I don't go about reading about every single thing. There's a lot of news on AI. I just read enough to like know what's going on, but I don't like go deep. I don't think I'm ever going to get to a point, so I'm going to like start building my own models and stuff, right? I believe there are people that are meant to do that. So I just read through like enough to keep my work going. But when it comes to like some other stuff, I do like deep research. So it's always important to like not try to be, spread yourself thin by being all over the place. So just focus on one, but still know what's going on in every other.
That's nice. You mentioned that you love business, but you do not have a profitable one. Tell us about this non-profitable business.
I can't discuss on TV now.
Okay, if you're still built up, no problem. Take your time, and we'll have you back here to tell us all about it one day.
Sure.
Yeah. So when are you getting married?
Is it 2 rings? What does it mean? I mean, they're not on the right finger, but
When are you getting married, Joaquin?
doesn't this signify that I'm married already? I'm married to the game. Like, I'm married to the hustle. I'm married to, like, getting better.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, you into tech, you're killing it every single day. It's good for you to settle down.
Settle down.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not yet time.
It's not yet time.
I don't think it's close.
In how many years are we looking at?
To be honest, it's not years. It's
months.
No. Like I have targets. So when I reach those targets, however long it takes, it could happen in a month. And I'm just
a month.
I'm just saying, like,
okay.
Whenever it comes, it could be like in 5 years' time, in a month, wherever it comes. So, bro, yeah, whenever that happens.
I'd need an invitation, by the way, please.
Right, it's for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. You might get invited as the bride. Who knows?
What is your problem? What?
No, who knows?
Oh, Jesus. Stop. We are going for break. We'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, my goodness.
Welcome back to NKA. My name is Chinalurumogu, and we're still here with the funny, goofy Judy Codes, Joshua Nwankwo. I don't know, maybe you should try comedy or something.
Well, my friends say I'm funny. Also, my TikTok, I try to.
Exactly. Your TikTok. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. I saw a recent video you did. You say, make I leave your babe. Now you brought on. I laughed. And the associating dance step you did with the video was hilarious. Oh gosh.
No, but I respect people's relationship. It was not a joke. Like, if it's your babe, I'm sorry. Like, also tell your babe to leave me.
Okay. No problem. So this is the last part of the show, and what we try to do here is a bit of a game segment. You understand? So we're gonna have to tell you to do something. I don't know if it's something you like to do or something you've not done, but you are going to do something. First things first would be, I like to play a game called, this is also me trying to ascertain if techies know a lot of songs. You know? This game is called Alphabet Song Challenge. I give you a letter of the alphabet, and you get a song that starts with that letter. Yeah.
Come on.
If you don't get it,
come on.
If you don't get the letter, 50,000 naira.
Come on, that's not fair. Okay, let's do it.
I remember one time I did this game here, and I gave my guest B. No, I gave him a J. Next thing, blood of Jesus. Okay. I said J, not B. Why is they sing blood of Jesus?
Jesus Christ.
So take note of that.
It's like you've jinxed me, because now I'm trying to remember like songs and they're not.
I don't know.
Oh, let's do it.
First letter. Are you ready?
Yeah. Is it in alphabetical order?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
Your first letter is R. R for relations. Yes.
Okay. Come on. Please.
50K.
Let's start with something else. Come on.
R.
It's probably a song.
Roll your boat gently down the stream. I did it for you. You owe me. Right. 50K down. Okay. Next word is D for dog. D
for dog. Dance in the rain.
Which song with that?
Just Google, like, that's.
You sing it. What do you mean? Sing it.
But you didn't say I have to sing the song.
You have to sing the song. I'm telling you now. You have to sing the song.
That's a new rule. Like, dance in the rain. Like, he's an artist.
You're smart, Abi.
One of my guys.
One of your guys where?
He's the artist.
One of your guys where? Hey, it's
just one of my guys.
Letter before you finish.
There's a song by Two-Face, like Dance in the Rain or something, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they look.
Oh, it's no longer your guy, not Two-Face now.
Two-Face could be my guy. You never can tell.
Last letter, so we can get out of here, because I'm already me here. Okay. Last letter is letter W.
W. With the best music.
Somebody should take this guy out of here.
No, it's digitally.
But yeah.
With the best music.
DJ Karen.
Yeah, DJ.
They can make a man take it.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, wade in the water. You didn't even know that song?
No, I know the song, but I can't remember the name.
Okay.
It didn't even come close to my mind.
Of course.
So,
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I had so much fun conversing with you tonight.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes talking tech can be boring, but
agree.
this entire conversation, it's been sweet, it's been funny, it's been everything. And as much as part of it goes to me for being an interesting individual as well, but you also, you came with your A game, you were answering questions, being funny when you need to. I personally loved it. Thank you so much, Judy Codes.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I hope you learned 1, 2, or 100 things from listening to Joshua Nwankwo talk about tech. If you're still second guessing whether you should go into it or not, well, you should probably think about it again, second guess again, because like you said, let's be realistic. Tech can be difficult. So you need to resolve in your mind that this is what you want, focus on it, and who knows, when you learn, you start getting the results that you need. Thank you so much for staying with us in tonight's episode of NKA. We'll come your way again. My name is Chinalurumogu. Bye.